Langley Speedway is among the most historic and busiest racetracks in America. Immediately adjacent to NASA's Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia, the relatively flat 0.395-mile asphalt oval has been the launching pad for many NASCAR careers, including those of Denny Hamlin, Elliott Sandler, and was the site of 9 NASCAR Grand National races won by the likes of Ned Jarrett, Bobby Azek, Bobby Allison, David Pearson, and of course Richard Petty. Langley's heritage dates to the 1940s when the property was the site of an 8/10 dirt horse racetrack known as the Dude Ranch. The track owners occasionally promoted auto races at the track, and by the 1950s realized that auto races attracted bigger crowds than no horse races. Today it is home to numerous NASCAR home track races across the country. Comes to this track to race. My name is Cameron Gillens. Tonight we are watching the Spark Racing League mini stocks here at Langley Speedway. We're gonna jump right into qualifying. On track, we got Tony S. Lewis. He's slated right in 8th place as we're halfway through qualifying. On the provisional pole right now, we have Zach Daniels. He's slated in 8th place as we on the about as we about have 2.5 minutes to go left on the session. We got Crew Jackson on track right now. He's slating in 3rd. As we have no one left on track. So, our grid to start the top 10. So, on provisional pole is Zach Daniels, then Keyshawn Claytor, Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Jacob Nickerson, Jake Mockey, Riley McVetti, Tony S. Lewis, Jacob Yoder, and Kendall Becker. About 20 seconds left to go in the session. Then we'll go straight into heat races. It looks like Zach Daniels is going to get the pole. As we get up the grid for the first heat race. So on the inside, we're going to have Keyshawn Claytor. Then Zach Daniels on the outside. Excuse me, that's not it. That's still combined of. So it looks like we got Keyshawn Clater on the inside and Crew Jackson on the outside. And we're gonna go Grayson Brigham, Jake Mockey, Riley McVetti, and Kendall Becker. I love these mini stocks, especially at this racetrack. There's gonna be a lot of hard banging action tonight. All getting rid of fuel. They all burn unwanted fuel. Oh, it's funny. Oh, that's funny. These little four bangers use up a lot of fuel. So that's why that and do a lot of high RPM, so that's trying to burn off enough fuel as much as possible. Alright, it looks like here we're about to go. So we'll talk the top 10. So we got Keyshawn Clater, Crew Jackson, Grayson Bigham, Jake Mockey, Riley McVetti, Kendall Becker, Bill Prisco, Jacob Phillips, Nathan Gentry, and AJ Moslio. Here we go, going to green flag. Looks like Clater gets the jump on him. Followed by Brigham. And it looks like it's going to be Jackson trying to go on the high side. Slate's already tries to cross over on Brigham. Not quite good. Brigham's going to get him on the high side. Let's see if he can get done in the turn one. He does. He kind of pushes Brigham out of the way a little bit, so that he gets Slate in the second as Clater starts pulling away from the rest of the field. Oh, Brigham gets to Jackson's back. Get to the inside of the quarter panel. Ooh, they're bumping. They are bumping. It looks like Jackson's gonna get hung up on the outside again as Brigham gets on the inside. Oh, McVetti gets the inside of Jackson. Oh, as we're wall banging, trying to tear her down already. As Clater pulls away and Brigham hits the wall. Oh! The Brigham and McVetti. So Clater just starts pulling away. The 0.8 of a second gap on Jackson. They're starting to close in back on him. Okay, 0.2 of a second on that corner, and here comes Jackson. Reeling Clater in. Oh, as we have a spinner. They're staying green. He's out of the way. As we come up on the traffic, let's see if Melton can keep out of the way of these leaders as they're coming through. And he does. He goes high as the leaders goes low. Jackson is climbed back to half of a second. Oh, is he even more inches back in? And it's gonna be Clater with Jackson right on his tail from across the line. So we have Clater, Jackson, Brigham, Phillips, Mockey, Becker, Maglio, Gentry, McVetti, and Melton. The top 10. Her wall banging, sheet metal bending that first heat race. That's how it's gonna be all night. More is how this second one's also probably got to go. So we got Daniels on the pole, Phillips on the outside, then Nickerson, Yoder, Guglielmucci, Smith, Vest, Entremont, and Karakov is the top 10. As we get going. And my car, Nickerson, just kills me. They've got delivery of old Volvo, and I love it. There's a few cars out here that they gave you a little bit of liberties in their liveries. Between all the... They're supposed to be Mustangs, but a lot of them will change the liveries to Monte Carlo I see out there. I know there's at least a Skyline and then a Volvo out there as well. Here we go, green. And it looks like Daniels is going to get the jump. Looks like Phillips may have spat his tires. It looks like Daniels is out front. Then Yoder and Phillips and Nickerson in the top 4. Then you got Wilson Smith, Guglielmucci, Entremont, Smith, Best, and Hawkins all in the top 10. Phillips trying to get on the inside of Yoder. Nickerson goes high. Jeffrey Smith comes on the inside of him. It looks like Yoder and Phillips is starting to chase Daniels down a little bit. 4 laps to go. And here comes Phillips on the inside of Yoder. Looks like Phillips is going to prevail as he's on the trail of Daniels. He's inching back away from Yoder. He's also inching closer to Daniels. And he's cut it down to a quarter second. Final lap. Here he comes across the line. He's not going to quite get there. So Daniels is going to take the second heat win for Phillips, Yoder, Smith, Nickerson, Jeffrey Smith, Chase Entremont, Brock Hawkins, Craig Hawkins, and then Steve Est. Heat's been very good tonight. There's not a lot of stoppage. They've gone straight through. And here comes the consolation race. So the consolation race is the ones that didn't make it through the show from qualifying. Looks like the only one on the grid at this point is Benson Weaver. He's the one I was talking about earlier with the actual skyline. I love it. As we get the consolation race off. Looks like Benson's the only one that stayed in the pits for this consolation race and decided to take the money on it. I love it when drivers decide to bump the pace car. Bump again as we go to green. Benson. It looks like Waylon Robertson is going to come out of the pits. Let's see what he can do to chase him down. We go on board with him. On the chase, he's trying to get to Benson. So he gaps at 3 1/4 seconds. Down to 2.75 as he is hanging it out loose, trying to get to Benson. Is down to 2.5 with 7 laps to go in this heat race. As he's banging the wall. Down to 2.25 seconds. Down 1.5. Five to go. Here we go. Four laps to go. We're going to go back on board with Robinson. Oh, he's right there. He is right there. And here he comes. As he's getting inches. He's definitely outbraking, swinging that car out. So here we go. He's there. Here's the back bumper. Oh, and he puts it deep. Oh, and they touch. And he touches and he just bumps poor Benson out of the way. And takes the win. Oh, that was good. That was crazy just to see him come back from about 6 seconds down through that full heat race. Alright, we're gonna start fastest through this quick warm-up session. We got Ryan Phillips, Riley McVetti, Grayson Brigham, Brock Hawkins, Crew Jackson, Zach Daniels, Jacob Yoder, then Wilson Smith, Waylon Robinson, and Jacob Smith. The ones I just go be able watching through this race tonight, I'd be Daniels, Wolf Phillips, and Jackson. Based off of the heats tonight, those ones are the ones you have to contend with. As we're on board with Yoder. Now on board with Brigham. All Sunday night short tracking. It looks like Yoder's gonna finish. Yoder's gonna finish out on top. the finish to warm up is Yoder, Brigham, Phillips, McVetti, and then Brock Hawkins in the top 5. Alright, this is where we get off into the feature. So things to watch for tonight is very close, tight quarters. People banging on each other, banging into the wall. You'll probably hear a lot of sheet metal bending. With that being what it is, see some guys getting booted out of the way. Coming from the back, coming to the front. Just normal short track racing here. Alright, we're gonna have the full starting grid from the top for you. We got Crew Jackson starting on the pole. You got Zach Daniels, Grayson Brigham, Ryan Phillips, Jacob Phillips, Jacob Yoder, Jake Mockey, Wilson Smith, Kendall Becker, and Jacob Nickerson in the top 10. All right, here we go. About to go green. Go green. And it's the Jackson gets the big jump, and here comes Brigham along with him. As Daniels and Phillips try to bring it out. And we're already caution. See what happened. Oh, looks like Robinson trying to take it 4 wide, and it gets just when it comes to they're coming on that. It looks like Prisco turned him. All right, we're gonna go on board with Bill Prisco. Let's see what happened here. Oh! Yeah, Robinson just kind of dive-bombed himself in there. We're gonna go on board with him. To that dive bomb. Oh yeah. Alright, so to reset the field for this restart, you got Crew Jackson up front, then Grayson Brigham, Zach Daniels, Ryan Phillips, Jake Mockey, and in the top 5. Yeah, that's pretty much showed what this whole race is going to be about tonight. Taking chances, being short track, bumping into each other. Try to take not too much. That's going to hurt you on the long run. Alright, here we go. One go. Come to green this time. I love Brigham's livery. It reminds me back of the old silver bullets of Sterling Marlin. As he's outside, Crew, Jackson on the inside, and Crew gets the well of a jump. Oh, and Brigham gets turned by Daniels as we turn into a yard sale. That was a really gnarly restart. All right, to reset the field off of that, you got Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Jacob Yoder, Kendall Becker, and Grayson Brigham. See if we can figure out, go back to that. All right, we're gonna try that again. Oh yeah, there it is. It looks like Phillips gets into him a little bit and sends him straight into Brigham. All right, we're on board with Ryan Phillips. Here we go. Oh yeah. All right. One to go. Here we go again. So we got Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Jacob Yoder, Kendall Becker, and then Grayson Brigham in the top 5. All right, here we go. Coming to green. Lap 12, 75. comes Brigham again. Get on. Oh, looks like we're under caution again. Back and see what happened. Oh, his all gets stacked up. Oh. We're on board with Hawkins. Oh. We'll go on board with Brock Hawkins. It's a little just bit of a stack up right there. Again, close quarters. Some people's is taking footwear. There's only an inch to be take. Welcome to Sunday night short tracking. Love this stuff. Looks like Wilson Smith will get the lucky dog. That looks like we're going to go green this time. Bye. And it looks like Jackson gets to jump again. Oh, it's going to be 4 wides. Look, Daniels. Taking a lot of liberty right there. So Daniels on again trying to track down Phillips. It's Brigham. Gets underneath Becker. He gets around him. Oh, but he goes tight. Becker gets back underneath him. Smith gets still on the backside of Brigham. Go check it on up front. Looks like Cruz just started to pull away from Yoder. Go back to this battle between Brigham and Becker. Brigham gets on, trying again to inch on the inside of Becker, and then Becker's trying to inch underneath Daniels. As Daniels decides to go a lane higher, and it's going to open the door for Becker. There he goes, and he gets tight, and Brigham comes along with him. And we're under caution once again. Go back and see what happened. Well, looks like something just happened to Hawkins, and he just lost power and pulled on the inside. Nice battles going all along through the field. It looks like the kind of the sweet spot, most action-packed spots right there. Third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth. All right there. You got Becker, Brigham, Daniels, all just fighting between themselves as Jackson, Yoder, and Phillips just kind of gapped them a little bit. Turned out to be a all-fashioned dogfight out there. Looks like Riley McVetti is going to get the lucky dog. Get back on the lead lap. And it looks like Robinson decides to bring him down pit road. Alright, here we go, back to green. It looks like Jackson gets the jump and Yoder and Phillips battle for second behind him. Phillips gotta put it in deep to get underneath Yoder. He comes through, makes a stick. It looks like Brigham got around Becker. And we're on the caution again. Back and see what happened. Looks like Intremont. Oh, gets jacked up by Jacob Phillips behind him. We're gonna go on board with Phillips. Oh, yep. Oh, and then the nudge, and didn't give him any inches there. Didn't give him any room. It's been practically the thing all night. So it's reset the top 5. You got Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Jacob Yoder, Grayson Brigham, and then Kendall Becker. At 6th, we got Jeffrey Smith. 7th, we got Zach Daniels. In 8th, we got Jacob Phillips. In 9th, we got Waylon Robinson. And in 10th, we got Wilson Smith. Looks like we're going to go green this time by. As we go green flag. Looks like Crew gets to jump again. Again, that dogfight between Phillips and Yoder's not done. Looks like Brigham's starting to reel him in. Ooh. And it looks like it was Phillips that ran out of the room. Brigham just kind of slid himself in Yoder. Oh, and Yoder turns Brigham. Yoder turns Brigham. We're going on board with Yoder. Yeah. Okay, let's back that up a little bit more. I think Brigham tried to force his way into there and just was on the receiving end of a pit maneuver. Looks like the safest spot to be tonight is up front where Crew is. It's been a dogfight for every position behind him. We should be one to go this time. So it's Jackson, Phillips, Daniels, Becker, and Smith in your top 5. And Jacob Phillips, Riley McVetti, Wilson Smith, Chase Endermont, and then AJ Maglio. As we go back to green. We're past halfway. And back on yellow. Again, Grayson just is Putting him in places where he doesn't belong. We'll go on board with Steven Vest. Yeah. He's pretty much just dive bombing his way into there. I got on board with him. Yeah. Trying to get too much out of it. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. So we're reset once again. We got Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Kendall Baker, and then Zach Daniels, and then Jacob Phillips in top 5. As we're coming to green this time by. Green flag, and Crew didn't get to jump as he has the last couple restarts. Oh! Phillips gets turned. Winner yellow once again. Let's go back and watch that. Let's go on board. See here. He puts it in deep, and it looks like Daniels also put it in deep, but didn't give him any room. We'll go on board with Daniels there. Oh, yeah. Everybody's just kind of being rubber band man tonight. Look. So the only one that really hasn't been in a incident tonight is Crew up front. The safest place has been up front all night. Hope we can get some good green flag laps here down in a minute. It's been caution after caution. So we reset it for you. You got Crew Jackson, Zach Daniels, Jacob Phillips, Kendall Baker, and Grayson Brigham from top 5. We're going green this time by. And here we go. Jackson gets to jump again. This Daniels is right on his tail. got Jacob Phillips, Grayson Brigham, and Kendall Becker all fighting for third. And it's bringing Maglio and Phillips right back into this. I'd seen Jacob Phillips up there tonight. Been in an incident or two, but that silver bullet behind him has been, seen a lot of TV action tonight. Some of them good, some of them not. But he's digging away at it. And it looks like Brian Phillips is underneath him. Looks like Daniels. Oh! It looks like he turned Jacob Phillips, and we're back on the caution. Go back and take a look at that. Here we go. Start at the corner before. Looks like Daniels. Oh, and he just misjudged or where he was at. We're gonna go check that back one more time, and then we're gonna go on board with Daniels, do that whole thing. All right, we'll start at the center corner when he goes high. All right, let's stop right there. Let's go on board with Daniels. Do this whole thing. Try to do a crossover there. I don't know if it was him or Phillips that misjudged where Phillips was at. Taking every inch. Sometimes too many inches. Just judging where the last guy is. So we got Crew Jackson up front, Ryan Phillips, Grayson Brigham, AJ Maglio, Jeffrey Smith, Steve Vest, Jacob Phillips, Zach Daniels, Kendall Baker, then Nathan Gentry in the top 10. Gentry just got the lucky dog to get back on the lead lap. It looks like we're going green flag this time by. We get the green. It looks like Phillips didn't let Crew get away this time with 20 laps to go. Phillips is on the outside. Brigham gets on the inside of Phillips. And he's right there on Jackson. Phillips is not going to let him get away as he gets back to the inside of Brigham. try to squeeze. Here we go. As Brigham trying to get on the inside of Phillips again. It looks like Maglio is engine back on Brigham. I say that as Jeffrey Smith gets on the inside. Oh, and then Jacob Phillips is pretty much just booted Maglio out of the way. 16 to go. As we go take another look up at the front. And it looks like Phillips has got right back on the back bumper of Jackson. $14 to go. Jackson's been up front all night. Everyone else behind him has been kind of rubber banding it. As we get a caution again. Let's go back and see what happened. Looks like Brigham got another little tussle. Oh, I don't know if he got loose or... I don't know if he got loose or got punted by Phillips. We're gonna go back on the gearbox of him. Let's see what happens between that. Let's go. Yeah. That was a little bit of a jack-up, I have a feeling. What? Let's go on board with Phillips. Let's see. Let's just go actually. Jeffrey Smith. Let's see if that was who it was. Yeah, it was Jeffrey Smith. Okay, not Phillips. It was Jeffrey Smith. We'll go on board with him. See what happened. Yeah, he was on him that whole straightaway. So. Kinda hard to take the corner if you have someone right on your back bumper through that whole straightaway into the corner. So to reset it, we got Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Jeffrey Smith, Kendall Becker, AJ Maglio, Zach Daniels, Steve Vest, Jacob Phillips, Grayson Brigham, and Nathan Gentry in the top 10. Anyone take the lead away from Jackson that's held it all night. Everyone else behind has been going back and forth dogfighting. Tank slapping, door banging, wall taken down, and you name it. Pit maneuvering. All try to get back to the front. That's what happened to that last one. That last incident that was a long tank slap through the whole corner and just pushed him right out of the way. Burn his fuel off for the last short stretch. So it's Crew Jackson, Ryan Phillips, Kendall Becker, AJ Maglio, Zach Daniels in the top 5. Then we got Steve Est, Grayson Brigham, Nathan Gentry, Jacob Phillips, and Jeffrey Smith in the top 10. All right, here we go. Going green. 8 laps to go. Let's see if we can keep it clean to the finish. Yeah, Jackson gets. Oh, and here comes Phillips on the inside. Oh, they touch. Oh, Phillips gathers her back up. Looks like the fight for the second, third, fourth, fifth. Maggio leaps in front of Daniels as Becker's on the outside. Now Daniels gets to the inside of Maglio. And Brigham, again, just launches it in there. Dogfight, and here we go. He does it again. Gonna get to the inside of Daniels. And he does. It looks like Brigham gets out to second. Oh, looks like Phillips gets up to third again as Daniels starts slipping. Oh, Daniels slipped hard. Got loose. This dogfight back here for second, third, fourth, fifth. As Jackson just walks away from it. Coming to 2 to go. This is dogfight for second. Brigham and Phillips. Oh, and then Phillips just launches it on the Brigham. Brigham will try. Oh, he touches to try to do the crossover. So we got Jackson on the white flag. Oh, what's he doing? He slows it down. It's gonna break all these. Oh, because we have a wreck coming across the line. And Crew Jackson is gonna take the win. As he takes the yump and gets tagged on the exit. Leads the whole race. Dominating fashion. No one can touch him. As we get the celebratory donuts and burnouts. He was the most clean car until the last corner. Now it looked like he just joined in the dogfighting. All right, go through the top 10. We got Crew Jackson, Grayson Brigham, Ryan Phillips, Jacob Phillips, Kendall Becker, AJ Maglio, Jeffrey Smith, Zach Daniels, Steve Vest, and Nathan Gentry in the top 10. Man, that was a really barn burner of a race. Like I said, the safest place was Crew Jackson out in front, and he just kind of walked away from everyone. Between that, as everyone else was just rubber band man. Brigham come to the front and to the back a few times. So did Ryan Phillips, and everyone else just kind of came their way along with them. Just started rubber banding and just came down to the last. Something happened that last corner, and as it is with a lot of these preseason races, that something funny happens across the line, but it makes it for an exciting show. All right, thanks for joining me, and I hope again next time you'll join us next time, and we'll have some more fun with these.